Happy holidays, Scorpio. Welcome to your December 2015 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. I just wanted to mention that if you didn't get a chance to catch me on Solar Temple Radio last month, one of my students hosts a show over there about spirituality and topics like that. And we just chatted a little bit about runes and spiritual development, psychic development, getting in touch with your own intuition, that kind of stuff. So if you want to go listen to it, if you missed it last month, the link is here in the video. It's also below the video if you want to check that out. Also, I will have holiday gift certificates available through December 17th. If you want to give the gift of a reading to a friend or loved one, just contact me. Just make sure you do so before December 17th. That's just a PDF file, and I email it to you, and then you can either print it out and give it to your loved one or email it to them, however you want to do it. If you want to get a gift certificate, just contact me at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You'll also find it in the video or below the video in the details section. But let's jump into December for Scorpio and see which runes want to talk to you here. Quite a few here. And this month I will be using the Medieval Scapini Tarot deck. That is by Luigi Scapini, for those of you who are interested in that. Got an extra rune pop out here. Please do keep in mind these are general readings, as I always mention. So not all messages will apply to you specifically. They will be for other Scorpios watching out there. You can watch the video for your ascendant or rising sign. Those are the same. If you know what it is, you can go check that out, and that will clarify some things for you and have additional messages for you as well. The only way to get a reading only for you is to schedule an appointment with me. I do private readings on Skype. They are $65 for 30 minutes. So just drop me a line at that same email address in the video or below the video to set up an appointment. Now's a great time to do that in December if you want to beat the rush for January 2016 readings. We can take a look at 2016 for you right now. So go ahead and contact me to set that up today if you want to beat the rush. Otherwise, you may be waiting in January. Well, let's see, Scorpio, what's going on with you guys and gals. For your focus, we have the 10 of Wands coming up in reverse. So there is kind of a, a sense of hard work being put on hold. Maybe you worked very, very hard in October and November, and December is more of a month of kind of, things falling away, deadlines, obligations. It seems like most of you will have finished those up even before you go into December. There will be a chance to kind of get ahead of your workload in some way, or put down your workload. Some of you may just be taking the whole month of December off. Maybe you're between jobs and you're like, I'm just gonna take the whole month off and I'll start a new job in January. I just have all this vacation time, so I'm going to use it. And I encourage you all to do that. If you've got it, it looks like you need the time to do some things around the house, or, get some things done, get some things prepared for the holidays if you're hosting holidays at your home. There may be some kind of karmic disruption going on around members of the family, but I don't think that for a lot of you this concerns you over much. It seems to be more centered around mother or new beginnings where your mother is concerned. Now, if you are a mother, it could be that, it's kind of, some kind of karmic disruption that has caused you to feel distanced from a child. And now this person is coming back into the fold, or these difficult things have kind of been left behind. But yeah, there may be some delays around this, but just know that whatever disruptions are happening, they are supposed to happen, and they're coming to a good end. And there are new beginnings that start in December regarding family and, happy occasions, people coming together and enjoying each other's company. And I feel like, again, your spirit guides, you're getting a lot of guidance from your spirit guides. Some of you may be spending a lot of time with friends. I'm seeing a lot of social activity. So not just like the holidays and family stuff. I'm seeing you coming together with people who really just kind of get you and who you enjoy spending time with, and really getting good advice, or yeah, maybe you're going to be going to someone for advice, or you know, telling them about, you know, this person in the family who's caused all this disruption, and you know, what should, you know, how should it be handled, and what would they do? And I think you get some really good advice from a close friend about this. Because yeah, we have a Knight of Swords coming up here. In the reverse, generally associated with air sign energy, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And a knight is normally younger, you know, so late teens, early 20s, something like that, early to mid 20s, around in there. Doesn't have to be, though. Can also be someone older who's acting like, you know, a teenager or someone in their early 20s. But this is someone who's been dishonest in some way. And I feel like for most of you, this is a family member. This is connected to, so a sibling, or, you know, this is, you know, someone who should have known better, but trying to cause disruption or causing friction in the family. And this won't be the first time this person has done it. It's almost like someone taking the holiday and very selfishly making it about them or him. And, you know, and then you find out that everything that he was saying, this guy's kind of a blowhard. He really likes to hear himself talk, but really nothing that comes out of his mouth is honest. So, I mean, he makes up stories. He has a real problem with being honest. And Scorpio, you see through that BS, like, you know, psh, you see right through that. This doesn't have to be a family member, but again, that's the association I'm getting from most of you. This could be a coworker or somebody that you're having to deal with in that way. But again, I feel like for most of you, you're not going to be spending a ton of time at work. I mean, if you are, it seems like, you know, you may be the only one kind of around, or there's just not a lot going on. So you're able to leave early, and you know, finish things up rather quickly and go home. So work doesn't seem to be a theme. It seems to be more about family, which doesn't surprise me as it's December. But yeah, particularly this air sign person doesn't have to be a male in these general readings. This could also be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini woman. But yeah, this is somebody who's just been very selfish and all about him or her. But you're not going to let this block your joy of the season, Scorpio. I mean, I feel like there will be occasions when you're hearing, you know, or having to deal directly with this person, or just hearing about this person's antics, to where you're like, okay, but I think you're going to be like, well, let's just turn this around, because you have Aeol here. Again, this, you know, protective, guiding influence, you know, or being able to kind of turn that frown upside down, turn that situation back around. It's like, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on this. Let's not focus on this person who's miserable and is trying to make everyone else miserable. Let's not let this person succeed. You know, so, I mean, I feel like you're going to be very, able to kind of turn this around. I think you just get very frustrated with this person because he keeps repeating the same mistakes. And then he is very arrogant about how he's repeating these mistakes. And you're just kind of like, you're really kind of clueless. For some of you, this could be your child. I mean, this could be a kid that just keeps repeating the same mistakes. He doesn't listen. And kind of takes pride in the fact that he did the opposite of what you advised him to do. He doesn't take your good advice. But, you know, it will come around when he needs something. That's the kind of person this is. So I'm sorry that this person is kind of, you know, you're having to deal with that kind of energy in whatever form it comes in. I mean, you may love this person, Scorpio, but I mean, you know, this is, he's got issues and he needs to address them. And start being honest about things and stop disrupting the rest of the family with his nonsense. Now, the help that's going to be available to you in December with the Nine of Swords in reverse, your mind is really going to be free of worry, no matter what little disruptions. And because with Ansu's in reverse, there could be some lies and trickery going on. But again, I feel like you see through it. And I think it's connected again to this Knight of Swords. So, you know, I feel like you're not even going to address it. If you do address it, you will take the time to think out what you're going to say, and you will say it in a very non-confrontational way, but in a way that gets your point across. Or you may choose to just, you know, I'm not going to jump right back into this relationship with this person. Or, you know what, I'm going to come after he's gone because I just don't want to deal. I just don't want to deal with this right now. That's what I'm kind of feeling, is a avoidance of a negative situation, Scorpio. And I feel like you have every right to do this because, again, I feel like you advised this person in a way that had they followed your advice, they wouldn't be in the mess that they're in. So you're not interested in kind of hearing about how, you know, you're just not interested in being around this person's energy, and you don't have to be. And I think you're going to find that that's best for you in December. And but yeah, your mind is really going to be free of worry in December because, again, I think you get done everything that you need to get done. And no matter how this pops up, you're not going to get sucked into it. You're just not going to get sucked into it. You know, and you're not going to believe anybody who's being dishonest. You're going to see right through that. But you may not tell anyone else because you may be like, you know what, they don't listen to me anyway. It's kind of that thing where, you know, when you know somebody's bad news, but nobody else believes it. They're just like, oh, really? Because I think he's just so wonderful. You know, he's such a great talker and he has such great stories. It's like, yeah, well, you know, whatever. So, I mean, you know, and you've had enough experience with that, Scorpio. So you're just like, you know what, I'll just sit back and wait until they find out who this person really is, or you know. Because it's kind of like maybe this guy is telling the truth for the first time in a long time, but it's kind of like he's cried wolf so many times that nobody, you know, you definitely don't believe him. It's like, how do we believe you? You've broken our trust and lied to us so many times. How do we believe you? Now, what can't be changed is you got the Eight of Swords coming up with Isa here. So, I mean, with the Eight of Swords, there's a situation where you can't walk out of mentally, but you can disengage yourself physically, and that's what I'm feeling. Because I feel like other people know you're right. So I feel like you're not going to be opposed in whatever your views are. I think most people close to you know how you feel anyway. But yeah, there may be a situation where, you know what, this is a no-win situation, so I'm not even engaging. I'm not even getting involved. I'm not even going to go there. And that may be your approach to the whole month. But yeah, just know that any kind of blockages that you may be feeling, if you feel like you really want to express something but you can't, just know that, you know, this is just an illusion. Like, you really can, whatever situation is around, you can walk out of it at any time. Just mentally, you're not maybe seeing the way out yet. Just take some time out until you do see it. There's no rush. There's no rush. But yeah, with the Eight of Swords, that's mostly mental though. So I just feel like there's going to be a lot going on in your head, Scorpio, but you may be holding back from expressing it. And that's probably going to be best. There is an ending of some sort though, coming up around this Knight of Swords. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're ending your relationship with him. It could be him that is ending a relationship, and that's why he's coming back around. If, you know, he's like been out of the picture for a while. I just feel like you're moving on from this situation. Now, this person doesn't have to be present. This could just be gossip about this person, because swords, especially in reverse, can sometimes mean a lot of gossip or, you know, things going on, things coming to you about someone. And you're just like, you know what, I don't care. I am over it. I'm behind. This is behind me, and I have just moved on from it. I'm over it. It does no good to stay there. Now, you do also have the Two of Wands going on in December, Scorpio. I think the end of the month particularly is going to be very auspicious for you. You're just going to feel like you have, you're going to be feeling very positive, I think, about the year to come. You're going to feel like with the 2, there may be something going on with you and one other person. Because 2s can mean partnership, new relationships, new opportunities for partnership. And again, I kind of saw you out and about hanging around with friends. You could meet someone that you're quite excited about in December, Scorpio, many of you. And you could be more focused on that. And that may be why you're able to kind of tune all this other noise out. Like if there's something going on with the family, or, you know, there's something going on with your, you know, you think your kid's not being honest with you. You know, I do feel like you'll be able to kind of block all that out. And good for you, because there's a lot positive going on. Don't let anything negative or someone negative eclipse that for you in December. So, but yeah, definitely focus on taking some time out, some time off to recuperate, take a break, get some rest and relaxation in there along with all the work. I feel like you'll get that done early and have time to do that. So take advantage of it, Scorpio, and enjoy any opportunities that pop up. You know, I don't feel like you will necessarily be running in and acting on these in December, but it's going to be cool to know that they're there, because you can start kind of planning for next year and what you want to tackle starting January 1st. So good luck with December, Scorpio. Thanks for checking in with me. Happy holidays once again, and I'll see you back here in January.